Now guys, this Halloween event has been around for over a week now, and we've basically all seen the full experience that this event has had to offer. But at this point, I sort of have a big question. Was this event even a good event or not? And everyone's very iffy when it comes to Murder Mystery 2 updates. Some like it, some hate it. So today, I want to be giving my honest review of what I think about the Murder Mystery 2 Halloween event. So if you guys are excited, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. First, let's talk about the main selling point. That was the survivors versus the zombies. This was a very unique part of Murder Mystery 2, something you've never seen before, that you actually need to pick a team before actually playing the event, and that'll reflect the items that you get from the main event. I think it's pretty cool. I think this is a step in the right direction for adding different parts of Murder Mystery 2 Halloween events that isn't just the same thing every time. And before you actually play the event, it really makes you have to think about what you should actually be picking, since you cannot change it later on. And there's lots of items that you cannot get if you're on one team. For example, items like the makeshift knife and gun, as well as the apocalypse knife and gun. Zombies cannot get those at all, and they have to trade for them. I thought that was kind of cool. They actually have to trade with the opposite team to get these exclusive items. And I think Nicholas should definitely add some more unique features in the Murder Mystery Halloween event. Now, when it comes to the items themselves, okay, well, the legendaries, the commons were amazing. They always are. I don't know, we always nail these items. And the effects and emotes are also extremely cool as well. But the godlies, man, I don't know. Like, the godlies just were not my favorite in my opinion. The bat and makeshift are a little bit weird to me. I guess they are meant to be like a survivor versus zombie thing, but like the makeshift looks like extremely realistic. And the bat seems oddly simple to me. Like, what do you guys think about makeshift and bat? Do you guys like those items or not? It is cool how they brought back an old set in the Elderwood set by adding the Elderwood blade though. I mean, I've never really been huge on the Elderwood set, but this is definitely pretty cool. And also the Phantom Inspector are pretty cool as well, but the makeshift and bat were not my favorite in my opinion. And of course the box is super cool as well. The vampire set's honestly one of my favorite sets. Like these legendaries, like you've probably seen me use these items a lot because they're super cool looking. Now this competition thing's like super cool. Like it compiles all of the survivors' candies collected and all of the zombies' candies collected to see who's collected more candies. I think it's a really cool way to show what team is working harder in the full-on event. I'm pretty sure the winning team will actually get a prize at the end. I'm pretty sure they said both teams will get a prize, but I guess the winning team will get a better prize, or they'll get a second prize or something. I don't know. It is cool that we will be getting something at the end of the event, so that even though the Halloween hype is sort of dying down at this point, we still have something to look forward to, and those are those survivor versus zombie rewards. And also it's kind of cool how we have a friends leaderboard as well to see how you're doing compared to your other friends. This leaderboard doesn't actually mean anything important, but you know, it's kind of cool to see, I guess. Oh, and also the new maps were just insane. Like Xyleak, these are legit like some of the best maps I've seen in Murder Mystery 2. Like Mineshaft is probably one of the best maps in the game, because everyone's been waiting for Mineshaft to return for like 3 years now, and we finally saw it return in this update. And there have been rumors of Mineshaft actually staying after the Halloween event, which is great to hear. And also they brought back bonus rounds, kind of. I'm pretty sure this is going to be for Halloween only, but we saw Infection return in this game with the new barn map. That's actually a revamp of an old bonus round. I think it'd be amazing if we saw more of the bonus rounds return. We've seen like 5 different bonus rounds before. Like we've seen Wild West, Hot Potato, Juggernaut, and there's like one more. So maybe in future updates we can actually see all these bonus rounds return, and maybe bonus rounds can be a thing that's not Halloween exclusive. Because I think that Infection's gonna be Halloween exclusive, but it would be great if it wasn't, so we could actually play bonus rounds forever. The barn map's extremely open, which is interesting, but you know, it's part of the bonus round, so it kind of makes sense. Something I do want to say is that, you know, shop gollies are always like super controversial. If people don't like how much Robux they are, it makes sense how much Robux they are, since Murder Mystery is getting bigger and bigger as a game. So Nicholas will want to make them more and more expensive, because if he doesn't, then they'll be worth like no value. I mean, I know they're gonna get duped, but if Nicholas ends up ever fixing dupes, it wouldn't make sense for him to make it super cheap, if you know what I mean. You know, dupes always come back, so it's a little sad that these are so expensive. So they'll probably just be duped in the future. The lobby is alright. Definitely not one of my favorite lobbies, but it's not bad either. It's cool that this gate is actually open, so you can like go explore around here, which you can't normally do. And you can even explore like this whole house. Like there's a house here. Like, you can just walk around it, which all the survivors chill. And that's super cool. But you know, definitely not the best lobby, but it's not the worst one either. Like we've seen worse, so I can't be too upset. But now let's get into some of the issues I had with this event. One of the big things is that we did not get an Evo item this year. Because for those who don't know what an Evo item is, it's something that we saw last Halloween, where you spend $16.99 Robux to get a rare item, but the more you use it, it'll turn into a better and better item. And that was such a unique feature. Something we've never actually seen in Murder Mystery 2. It actually gives you a reason to use this knife over other knives in the game. But we did not get one this year. We sort of all expected to get an Evo this year, but we did not get one. It's like, why not? That was such a cool feature. Why would they just make it for Halloween 2021 only? That would have been so much cooler than just like a normal shop call. Like, they could could have done 2 evil items this year for 3,399 Robux, and that would have been so much cooler than a shop bundle, you know? A lot more people would actually want to buy these items, you know what I mean? I've already talked about the main event. It has good items, but we did see a lack of pets and radios. Nicholas did give an explanation of why we did not see any pets, because they're not really that useful in game, which, you know, I guess that makes sense, but there still is a huge community for these pets and people that love to see pets in the game. So Nicholas could have at least added 1 pet. I mean, we kind of broke a 5-year-long tradition of having pumpkin pets every year. Like, we've seen a yearly pumpkin pet since 2017, and this is the first year that we did not see a new pumpkin pet, which is a shame. And same with radios. We didn't get much radios either. I explained why I think we didn't get any radios in like a previous video, but they still are cool accessories to wear, and some people were upset by that. And also, we did not get any ancients this year, which was another huge letdown. We did see 2 different main event godlies, one for survivors and one for zombies, which is super cool. But why couldn't we have 2 main event like ancients instead? Like, imagine if makeshift was like an ancient crossbow. Instead of getting a bat, we could get like a hammer for an ancient or something. That would be super cool. But Nicholas decided to not do any ancients this year, which is very weird since we usually always see ancients every year. Since like 2018, we've seen yearly ancients, but we did not this year. We also saw some small features that would have been cool to see in the game not return. Like, for one, fire candies in the rounds. In like 2019 and 2020, we saw fire candies in the round, and if you picked them up, it actually give you 5 candies instead of 1. But you know, it wasn't a huge thing, but it made actually plan the game a little bit more interesting, that you really want to prioritize those fire candies over anything. But for the past 2 years, we have not seen them. Something else we haven't seen for the past 2 years is daily challenges. In 2019 and 2020, we saw Mr. Skelly's daily challenges, which every day if you logged in, won a few innocent rounds, and got enough kills as murder, he would give you a free tier in the main event, which was super cool. It was definitely amazing for free-to-play players that do not want to spend all that time grinding out tiers. You can log in every day to get a free tier. That would add some severe replayability in this game, because it would motivate players to log in every day to complete these challenges to get a free tier instead of having to grind like an hour to get a new tier. And another thing, it is cool that we're seeing more unique parts of these Murder Mystery 2 events, like the Survivor vs. Zombie thing is very unique, but it still has like the same elements that we've seen in previous Halloween events. Like, every single event we see like main event, shop godly, new box, new lobby, new map. Like, you know, it's like the same thing every year. And again, it's nice how Nicholas is making some changes to it, but it'd be cool if we had like a completely different formula. Like, what if we just did not have a main event for 1 year? Instead, we had a completely new original feature that we've never seen in Murder Mystery 2. Like, why don't we see like more original features? You know what I'm saying? It would make these events stand out a lot more, since they kind of blend in when they're like the same thing every year. That's basically all I need to talk about this event. It's definitely a very good event and one of the better events we've seen. Not my favorite event. My favorite event has to go to Halloween 2020, but this is not the worst event either. Because again, we saw some insane things this year, like their return of Mineshaft and their return of bonus rounds. I gotta give that some credit. So I feel like this is probably the second best Halloween event we've ever gotten, just under 2020, at least in my opinion. I'd have to give this a good 8.5 out of 10. There's my rating. But guys, please let me know your rating in the comment section. Is this your favorite Halloween event, or is there any events that you like more? Let me know your ratings in the comment section. This video is probably a little bit longer than my usual videos, so I'm just gonna cut this outro quick and end it off here. So until next time, goodbye!